What's up, YouTube? It's your boy A1. I'm back. It's been a while. Eating my food right now, man. I just had some thoughts, man. I've been going through a lot. Not really a lot, but hold on. Let me get my cookies. See, that's crazy. See, I got my cookies in the oven. I be bullshitting. See, it be just a lot going on. Gotta step over this. They done? Nah, they ain't done yet. But anyway, I'm back, man. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm back all the way. We're gonna see how the progress hit. Let me turn the lights on and shit. We in the big house. You know, still. Me and my girl. You know, got a baby on the way, man. Got a baby on the way. Not going to say his name yet, but got a little baby on the way. I'm super excited about that. I love kids, you know. I just want Shorty to be happy and, have this whole process just fulfilling and, better than the last one. You know what I'm saying? She got one, I got one already, so I'm just trying to make it always better than the last one. Hold on, let me turn it. I got the TV's busting. Can't put it on the tube because they'll block you, but yeah, man, I want to make a comeback. So, not to be boring and shit, but we just had the family down for Thanksgiving. It was amazing. We went and go see lights, shot some guns, We had the gender reveal, which we found out we having a boy. And, it's not necessarily just new to me, but kind of laid back. And I didn't take YouTube as serious or whatever the case may be, but I think it's about time for me to come back. I just got a lot to say. I always got a lot to say, but it's just coming from where you come from, sometimes it be like scary. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta jump out there, you feel me? The people who gonna resonate with you, I know it's gonna be the people that's around you, shit, you feel me? So, we got the Buffalo Wild Wings tonight, but, I won't be rude, I'm not gonna eat, but, it's a big step. A big step, it's a huge step. I wanna make sure everything is right. Two families blending, it's just a lot. So, kind of don't want to overstep no boundaries, but at the same time, you kind of just want to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you feel me? Moving forward, being a family, you got to be a leader as, just who you are as a person. I feel like in 2025, each side wants to be a leader, but who's going to take responsibility? Who's going to take accountability for stuff? And that's usually going to be the man. You know what I'm saying? So, not playing gender roles, but, moving forward is just like kind of tiptoeing. But I want to jump back into this. We was doing good, but I want to jump back into it and really talk about what's going on in my life today. What's going on in my life today? Just a quick update. You feel me? I had the trucks, got rid of the trucks. Was doing other things, online presence, whatever. The plan didn't go as planned, and that's fine, you feel me? I don't want to put no burden on nobody. So that's the way we move. Gotta get my cookies now. Come on now. You can't never let the cookies burn. I know they ready. It don't even matter if they don't look ready. They're coming out. You think they ready? They ready. The plate gonna keep them burning. Keep them nice and hot. Turn them off. I just ain't want to burn up my cookies now. I'm about to go watch Stranger Things. If y'all hit the Stranger Things, let me know something. You feel me? I'm a Stranger Things fanatic. Recently, my little sisters came down and they showed me Stranger Things. And I've been hooked ever since. I had watched the first season in 2016 when it first came out, because they said it was epic then, and it was, but it was kind of, the first season wasn't all that as far as what I'm looking for. But after that, I seen season 5 with my little sisters and my son, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's what we on. You dig? Like, we on that. We on that. You feel me? So Stranger Things for sure. If a hoodie, whatever, I'll buy it. Like, I'm a true fan. That, everybody right now, it's 2025, everybody's on Landman. Definitely banging with Landman. I don't know. See, I'm not really diverse, but that's the two things I'm on right now. I want to start. What's the one with the clown? What's it called? The It Clown. Welcome to Derry. Yeah, I want to watch that. Get into that. Start that in a little bit. And yeah, that's just what niggas is watching right now. Or sorry, I just said niggas, but that's what I'm watching right now. But yeah, just life has been like a turntable, a bunch of decisions, a bunch of thought processes. And you just gotta take every day, one day at a time. When you coming from being an entrepreneur, for years and, still trying to succeed in that space, but you going from physical to internet space, man, it's really like, it's a lot, but you gotta take that in lumps and start to grow from that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, oh, this doesn't feel right, and don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I started it with somebody, and then, you feel me, I gotta continue it. You know what I'm saying? I can't just really just let myself down. And that's what I seen myself kind of doing over the last 5 or 6 months. Not really 5 or 6 months. I think it's been about 4 months. Ever since we knew we were pregnant, it just like took a turn. And you kind of depend on somebody to do it, but you gotta kind of get up and do it for yourself. So that's what I think that's where we're gonna start our journey on this new YouTube journey. We'll get back into it, man. Just believe me, you know what I'm saying? I started getting followers, but I'm about to try to turn it up even more and really start to show, my day-to-day and just my thought process of what I think about what's going on out here. And you feel me? Just day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? We want to tune in, you feel me? Get the highlights from it. Whatever, we try to keep it as kosher as we can. But at the end of the day, it might be left or right, but we're gonna try to do our best. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna try to jump back on the journey, you feel me? Just a little quick update, nothing crazy. Start tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to make a video a day and get back to my editing bag, man, and just try to turn up and just try to see where it's gonna go, you feel me? Like I said, a lot of twists and turns. You just gotta evolve, bro. You can't really let yourself get in a slump. It's 2025. It don't matter how old you is. I'm working off an old way of life. You know what I'm saying? I have conversations. This is just some real shit. This is real stuff. You feel me? Just like having old conversation with people. It's like, oh, go get a job and go do this, that, and the third, bro. We don't live in them times, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what women. I think that's where everybody gets it messed up. It's like that's the fallback plan, but you can see somebody else doing it like on the internet. Even when I was laboring, when I had my own business with the trucks and everything, I used to hear stories and we used to talk to people that was just like strictly on the internet, whatever the case may be. Like you can work a 9 to 5 on the internet, obviously, you know what I'm saying? You could work from home and whatnot, but just getting your dividends off the internet, gig work, whatever the case may be, you don't actually have to go work for somebody and not be able to touch your phone and not be able to move around and be restricted to that one site. You don't have to really do that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put myself in the box how revolutionary I think my mind is, but I can't slow play it. And I think for the last couple months, I've been slow playing it. And it's for no reason at all. I didn't really have a thought about it. I kind of was like leveraging what I started on with, you feel me, my significant other. So, but at the end of the day, you gotta go forward, and you can't really put yourself behind the 8 ball waiting on other people. You know what I'm saying? And then, sometimes it be in a predicament where other people was waiting on you. So you can't really doubt yourself. If you start something, just make sure you finish it and just go hard with it. I don't think it's, out the way to just go ahead and just be yourself and be on camera and just, talk how you want to talk and just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, deflate that based off of what's going on in your life. You got to keep pushing, and that's where I was headed. If that's the decision I had made, because I had been doing what I've been doing for 6 years with the trucks. You know what I'm saying? Owning the trucks or whatever. But, once I gave that up, I made a decision to go online and you know, when some things came up, I just stopped. But you gotta go hard with your decision, and I know that best. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know better than me. So definitely gotta move forward and do what I need to do. And you know, it's a lot of things I got to say. You feel me? And I don't want to negate that. I don't want to like push that to the side. You know what I'm saying? I'm still experiencing things. I'm still seeing things. I'm still understanding. I'm still learning. So, you know, I want to bring it to the net and see where we go from it. You feel me? And then, you know, that's where we at. We still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Bills is not late. So you just come on with me day to day, see how we do, see how we rock, and see what we do, see what we got going on. And that's how we gonna go about, you know, this next little YouTube journey. And you feel me? Again, I got a baby boy in the way, as you can see. We can barely wait. That's what that say right there. I know y'all seen that before. We can barely wait, but we do have a boy. So this will be my second son. You know, God bless. You feel me? I'm talking about that in one of the videos, but God bless. You feel me? I wanted a boy. I don't think I could handle a girl, but getting a little boy, because I've been good to the world, and God blessed me with, you know, the opportunity to be a father of 2 sons. So, you know, you got to take it to the next level. You got to do what you got to do. You feel me? If this the life, I want my sons to be free. You know what I'm saying? I never want my sons to feel like they obligated to be in one place. I always taught my son that I have now, he's 10 years old, like always to be free. You know what I'm saying? But I do want him to set a certain standard. I want your respect to be grounded. Your respect and your honesty and, you know what I'm saying, how people look at you. I want that to be grounded, but I want you to be a free man. I don't want you to be held down by no responsibilities. I don't want you to be held down by thinking you got to take care of other people and shit like that. I don't want you to do that, you know, other than with your loin that you know what I'm saying, your kids that you make. You feel me? I don't want you to feel like that as my son. So, you know, that means I got to step it up. You feel me? For years, you know, ever since my son was born, I was a free man. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember a time where I had to be somewhere at a certain time. I was always able to go see my son and still make money and still pay my bills and still, leverage. You know, my leisure was flying back and forth to New Jersey, but, you know, I want to give that to my sons as well. I want to show them. I want to be the example. So, you know, I got a lot of work to do to go ahead and be that, and I will. I don't have no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's just taking care of myself and taking care of my mental and handling business. So that's where we at, YouTube, man. So tap in with me. I'm about to get my equipment back. I'm about to get my little, what's the name? I had gave it to my son too. I had gave all my streaming equipment. I gave all that to my son, but that's fine. I'm just gonna buy it again. Once I gave it to my son, we found out we having a baby. It was just like, you know, it wasn't a thought process. I think it went just like that. I gave it to my son and then went on vacation. And the next day, it's like, oh shit, we pregnant. It's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? What we finna do? And then we just shut down everything. But, you know, we're gonna go ahead and move forward, man. We're gonna step it up because, you know, for like I said, like, you know, a lot to say. You know, I like to get it to the world, man. We're gonna be entertainment too. Don't worry about it, but you know what I'm saying? See you on the next video, man. A1 is back. Welcome to A1's world. Let's get it.